Yo, check it out, I gotta speak the truth about the hardest working small channel in the crypto booth.
Over the past couple of days, a number of posts and article releases have been circulating the internet announcing that Ben Armstrong, BitBoy Crypto, is now in jail, has been arrested and has been put in custody in a jail somewhere in the United States of America. That's what's on the agenda today. Welcome back to the CryptoFather channel. Today is the 27th of March. Hope you had a fantastic week. We're almost at the end of it. Today is Thursday. We're going to have a quick look at the market overall, jump into that, and then the Bitcoin charts before we move to Ben. The charts are beginning to look bad. $2.9 trillion. We're slowly creeping up to the $3 trillion market cap. $95 billion in trading volume, so that hasn't gone down, it actually went up. Anyway, Bitcoin is at $87,000. It's seen a slight retracement from yesterday from its high of $88,000, but Ethereum is above $2,000 for now. It's $4 above $2,000. Let's hope it holds that position for some time to come. BNB at $619, Solana 137, Cardano at 72 cents, Litecoin at 92, Polkadot 470, Hedra HBAR it's 19 cents, but a lot of coins are looking pretty green right now, and Picoin continues to drop. Another 10% retracement on Picoin. Right now, Picoin lost 32% on the 7 days. I was going to make a video on that, but then I remembered that there is something to talk about, something more important to talk about, I think, than Picoin, and that is Ben Armstrong. But Picoin, there's a couple of articles that I have, maybe talking about it tomorrow. But so we are now seeing posts like this by Nick Diamondi, Brutal American. The bull run starts now. BitBoy is in jail, no bail. BitBoy has been picked up by a police station somewhere in the state of Florida. BitBoy busted. Ben Armstrong arrested in Florida over emails to judge. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with BitBoy, BitBoy is the original BitBoy crypto influencer. He was a controversial figure who was oftentimes accused of shilling projects that went later on turned out to be rug pulls. Basically, he was accused of shilling projects and then dumping the allocation that he had been given by the projects quite possibly onto his viewers, and so that is apparently how he has made millions. Of course, as expected, Ben Armstrong denied these allegations, but over the duration of his presence on YouTube, he has managed to establish a pretty large YouTube following. He had a channel called the BitBoy Crypto channel with over 1 million subscribers, 1.5 million to be precise, and that channel has been taken over by, I think, Discovery Crypto is what they're calling themselves these days. Yep, Discover Crypto with 1.41 million subscribers. So they have rebranded themselves to this logo. Basically, Ben has established a company. He developed a company and he started working together with certain people. Then over some time, some strange things became apparent. He had stepped down from the company. Basically, the board of directors that was established for the company, for the management of the company, have unanimously agreed, or not unanimously agreed, to get rid of Ben. And once that occurred, they have rebranded themselves to Discover Crypto after some time. However, Ben proceeded to announce that he had been wrongly accused, that he had been wrongly dismissed, and basically that he had been robbed by the people who are now in charge of Discover Crypto. And after that, he continued to harass those people and obviously was trying to seek justice for what happened to him. But the reasons for why he was ousted out of the company were that the company members or the board of directors cited Ben's abuse of drug abuse, which Ben did not deny. He had been charged and he had been arrested on several occasions in the past on drug abuse charges, so that's not that unlikely. But so now, after years, a couple of years, I guess, of Ben trying to pursue justice, he was crying, he was claiming that his Lamborghini had been stolen, and obviously he has lost millions of dollars due to everything that has happened. Ben continued to try to pursue and to be very present on social media, on X and YouTube, talking about the case and going through the legal system, which apparently he did not handle very well. So crypto influencer Ben Armstrong, widely known as BitBoy, was arrested in Florida after recently disclosing on social media that a warrant had been issued for his arrest in connection to emails sent to a judge in Georgia. So that's probably not the best thing to do. Armstrong was taken into custody by authorities in Volusia County, Florida on March 2025. According to the Volusia County Division of Corrections, he was listed as a fugitive from justice. In a post on X dated March 21st, Armstrong confirmed that the warrant stemmed from emails he sent to Cobb County Superior Court Judge Kimberly Childs while representing himself legally. Armstrong also alleged that Judge Childs deleted her social media accounts following the correspondence. His legal representatives have not released any public statements, and Armstrong has not responded to media inquiries. This is the tweet from Armstrong. I can now confirm that the warrants for my arrest are due to me sending emails as my own attorney, by the way, to the dishonorable Kimberly Childs of Cobb County government, who has now deleted her Twitter. LMAO, public officials hiding corruption one day at a time. This obviously is not the first time that Ben is running into legal difficulties. There was a previous incident in which he was arrested for live streaming in front of somebody's house, and this was also related to the incident, to the case of him having been dismissed from the BitBoy crypto channel. This isn't Ben Armstrong's first run-in with the law. September 2023, he was arrested while live streaming outside the home of a former business associate, alleging that the individual had taken possession of his Lamborghini. So this was pertaining to the whole fiasco of him having been dismissed from the BitBoy crypto channel from the company, and then he claimed that his Lamborghini had been seized by the people working in the company now. In March 2023, Armstrong was named in a class action lawsuit for promoting the cryptocurrency exchange Binance, which the suit claimed was selling unregistered securities. That case was resolved in August 2024, with Armstrong and co-defendant NBA star Jimmy Butler agreeing to a $340,000 settlement without admitting any wrongdoing. Ben Armstrong has also been involved in offbeat public events, including a fight night hosted by Karate Combat in February 2024 in Mexico. This is kind of in the middle of everything that was happening. There, he faced off against pseudonyms Meowcoin creator More Light and won the match by unanimous decision. Despite the theatrics, More Light later commented that there was no animosity between them and described Armstrong as a good guy. This is kind of irrelevant to the case at hand. But professional fallout and ongoing questions. This is what basically caused Ben to the place that he's in right now. And it's difficult to say what actually transpired, because there are two sides of the story. There is the story from the Hit Network, obviously, people, and then there is Ben's story, and obviously they're very opposing stories, and nobody really will know what the truth is. In August 2023, Hit Network, the parent company of the BitBoy crypto brand, cut ties with Armstrong, citing alleged substance abuse and unprofessional behavior. Armstrong denied those claims, framing the separation as a coup attempt against him. While Armstrong continues to maintain a sizable following, his recent arrest raises further questions about the sustainability of his influence in the crypto industry. His ongoing legal entanglements have begun to overshadow his contributions to the blockchain space. The Hit Network is a conglomerate of creators that drives client vision via entertainment and education around the pillars of entrepreneurship, crypto, gaming, and so on. So basically, the Hit Network is a company that helps creators expand their reach. And so this is who BitBoy was working with. And so they allegedly claimed that BitBoy had been abusing substances. That's what is being said. And so because of that, they have separated themselves from him, but they kept his creation, which was his channel of 1.4 million subscribers, which is very, very unfortunate. And so now we come to a place where BitBoy is behind bars and has been arrested in the state of Florida after revealing warrants on social media. Armstrong was arrested in Florida after revealing on social media that he had warrants related to emails sent to a judge while representing himself in court. So it's almost like he got arrested because of his own doing. That's the wording that seems to be circulating the internet, which makes no sense because, I mean, a warrant is a warrant, and whether he mentions it on social media or not, I'm pretty sure that this should be taken care of. I mean, he should be arrested anyway. He shouldn't be arrested because of him mentioning it on social media. He should be arrested because there is a warrant against him. But maybe in the previous article there was a mention that he was a fugitive, so maybe he moved, and then the fact that he did mention his warrants on social media made the Florida officials aware of his presence in Florida, and so finally caught up with him. And it seems like he was listed as a fugitive from justice according to the county records. And right now, Benjamin Charles Armstrong is arrested without bond, and he may be facing up to 3 years in prison, which is very sad. He's only 42 years old. I have no idea what's happening to the guy. He obviously was a very influential figure. Love him or hate him, he has been around in crypto for a very long time. And obviously created a presence that anybody who's in crypto right now is aware of him and his presence, of what he has done. He's done some good things in terms of spreading the word on cryptocurrencies, but obviously that he has also done some questionable things, which kind of puts him in a very shady light. As of the time of reporting, Armstrong remains in custody without bail. The complete details regarding the specific nature of the current charges have not yet been established by authorities. No comments has been provided by Armstrong or any legal representatives. The crypto community is watching closely as this latest chapter in Armstrong's legal troubles unfolds. Given his prominent position as an influencer in the space, his legal issues continue to draw attention across social media platforms and crypto news outlets. And it's going to be a very interesting watch. I personally root for this guy. I feel bad for him because, you know, despite his faults, he has created something big on YouTube, and I wouldn't be surprised if the story of the Hit Network, so basically Ben claims that the parent company Hit Network has attempted a coup against him and his platform, and I wouldn't let that past any big company. So I have no idea what Armstrong did and how he was in his private life. Obviously, Hit Network cites substance abuse, which is quite possible because Armstrong has been charged criminally in the past for using cocaine. I believe he had been under arrest for that, for possession of cocaine. So this is not something that that is out of the extraordinary. However, this could also just have been used by the Hit Network as fodder to create an illusion of Ben Armstrong being back on the juice. So it's hard to say. Like I said, there are two sides to the story, and it's hard to tell which one is true. But what is true is the fact that Ben right now is in jail, that he has been imprisoned and is waiting a judgment. So we're going to watch closely and hope that it all works out for BitBoy. But for now, he is where he is. I hope it works out for him. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. If you have any questions, suggestions, if you have any links or leads to any more news on BitBoy Crypto, then do leave them below the video. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Also, please remember to smash the like, subscribe to the channel, of course. Come back for another video tomorrow. Maybe we'll have more news from BitBoy. Maybe there's going to be a video on Pi, because I've got some articles stored on Pi that I would like to bring to you and talk about Pi as well. I will see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic Thursday. CryptoFather out.